About to get into another reading on what is no longer serving you guys, okay? So let's see what my healing homies are holding on to that no longer serves them. Some of you guys need to let go of being I Spy, making fake accounts, trying to catch someone cheating type of energy. Because the thing is, if you have commitment issues and abandonment wounds, like my last reading, you need to work on that. Because all you're going to do is manifest the same situations with different faces happening over and over again to you. Little do you know, you're the one actually manifesting this because you're the one with the commitment issues and the trust issues. And when you start to trust yourself, you will be able to trust others. So that is something that you need to let go of, because some of you like to snoop. You like to, like I said, make fake accounts and stalk people. You like to play these games, like setting people up. Like you may get your friends to like DM your person and see how they just stop doing that. Because if you got to do all of that, there's no need for you to be in a relationship with them. It's just that simple. Okay, what else are my healing homies holding on to that no longer serves them? How you think, okay? Sometimes you think certain things are a bright idea, and they're really not, okay? I heard the word petty, and it's like you come up with the best ideas on how to be petty, how to get back at someone. And I'm going to be honest with you, when you do stuff like that, all you're doing is collecting more karma for yourself, because what goes around comes around. Why don't you just let that person live? Let them live in that Delulu life that they have going. You go about your life and be happy, and allow karma to deal with them in their own time. And if you want to know how someone is going to get their karma after hurting you, harming you, injuring you in any way, shape, or form, look at your Saturn placement and what house it's in. 222 on the timer. That's how they're going to be affected in their life for their karma, if you're trying to look to see what kind of karma is going to happen to that person, if you really want to know. But that's if you leave them to go get their karma. If you go trying to give it to them yourselves, all you're doing is collecting more karma for you, because now that you did them wrong too, wherever their Saturn is in their placement is going to affect you. Okay? So think before you do. What else is holding on that no longer serves you? Some of you are holding on to a Gemini that no longer serves you, or the way that you communicate. Some of you, this could also be a soulmate. So just because they're a soulmate doesn't mean that they're supposed to be in your life for the rest of your life. Doesn't mean that you're supposed to marry this person. Doesn't mean that you're supposed to do business with this person. This is an energy that was supposed to be in your life for a period of time. There's an expiration date with it, okay? And again, it could be just a form of communication. I'm seeing that in the TikTok video when a person is like, how you think, it's how you think. For you, it's how you talk, okay? It's how you talk. For others of you, you are holding on to a Virgo, okay? Others of you, if it's not a Virgo, this is you, 333 on the timer, this is you always nitpicking. You know how Virgos can do. They like to nitpick, point out everything wrong. And sometimes you are your own worst enemy, and you self-sabotage situations because all you like to do is nitpick. And that is something that you need to let go of and move forward from doing, because you not only do you do it to yourself, because I see somebody in the mirror nitpicking at every little imperfection, and it's like, when are you going to learn to love yourself unconditionally? When are you going to learn to love someone unconditionally? How are you supposed to get unconditional love when you're always nitpicking at a person that you're with? Okay? And this could be friendships too. What else are my healing homies holding on to that no longer serves them? Some of you are water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Or you're holding on to this, I have to always be cool, calm, and collected no matter what the situation is. Sometimes you got to feel it to heal it. Sometimes you got to speak up. Sometimes you got to sit there and put your foot down and set boundaries. Sometimes you have to sit there and not be the peacemaker all the time, because you end up still hurt. You still end up with pain and suffering and heartache in your heart and things on your chest, and you can't sleep at night because you didn't say what you needed to say. There's always a way of communicating from a place of love and trust. You don't always have to sit there and argue and have fights and belittle one another. But you do need to speak your piece. So stop holding back, especially when things are bothering you. Let people know, listen, I did not like why you did what you did, and this affected me this way. And pay attention to if they acknowledge how you feel. Because someone that loves you and cares about you, they're going to acknowledge and say, listen, it wasn't my intent to hurt your feelings. It wasn't my intent to make you feel that way when I did or said what was happening, So pay attention to those things. Some of you, I'm hearing narcissists. You could have been dealing with a narcissist or still dealing with one. You need to let them go, because I'm telling you, you don't want to be damaged goods, because that's what a narcissist does. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is this family dynamic. Whether I'm seeing this like a family dynamic of like your parents type of energy. I'm not seeing like a family dynamic of like you creating your own family. It's more so of your roots, of where you come from. Just because you came from something doesn't mean that you have to continue to be that way. Just because you lived in the ghetto doesn't mean you have to continue to live in the ghetto. Just because you live in an abusive, household doesn't mean you go out and create an abusive household. Like, there is a family dynamic of, just because of where you come from doesn't mean that you have to end up that way and be that way unless you want to, There is also a need for you to let go of a foundation, something that is no good for you. This could be a job, this could be a business, this could be anything, a relationship. There's something that you're holding firm onto I'm hearing the word comfortability. So it could be some type of security and comfort that you've received from this, but it's toxic. The environment is toxic. That this is not where you need to be, and you need to step out and take that leap of faith and leave that comfort zone, because just because it's a comfort zone does not mean that it's healthy for you. Okay? See, there's a negative energy there. Is there anything else for my healing homies that they're holding on to that no longer serves them? Yeah, see, some of you are not making decisions, and you need to make decisions. You don't need to know everything and all the details and certain things. Certain things you just have to take that leap of faith with, and knowing that, okay, this does not make me feel good. This does not make me feel balanced. I need to leave it alone. There's no need to, what if this and what if that. Your intuition has been telling you to leave it alone, so make the decision to leave. For others of you, again, this is family here. This could be the mindset of your family, their mentality, their beliefs. Okay, you have to decide to leave from home. Some of you, this is your community. You've never left your community. You never left the town that you grew up in. It's time to leave. It's time to leave. Look, and that's what's going to complete the cycle for you. So some of you guys, you're going to have so much fun when you leave these mindsets, these limited beliefs, this family dynamic alone, the nitpicking, the bad communication. That's what you're holding on to that no longer serves you. And that's, once you leave it, you will be completing a cycle and moving into more fun territory.